Tyvis, I saw that the top 10 local markets for highest rated college football viewership this season. I'm going to go 10 to 1. You ready?
Yes.
Number 10, Jacksonville, Florida. These are the top markets where week in, week out, they ranked high for college football viewership.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, Gainesville's right down the road.
Real close.
Yeah, so Florida, and Georgia fans, I'm sure. New Orleans, number 9. LSU fans, probably. Mm-hmm. Knoxville, Tennessee, number 8. That is where
they love
UT is.
Yes.
Atlanta, number 7. Just a big city that has a bunch of, I'm sure, SEC grads that live there.
Georgia.
And Georgia's an hour away, exactly.
Georgia Tech, not a bad season this year.
Oh, that's true. Georgia Tech, very good, too. Oklahoma City, number 6. Tulsa,
they
Oklahoma.
Ain't got nothing out there. So.
Well, they got Oklahoma football. Sooners. Boomer Sooners. And Texas, probably. Tulsa, number 5. Greenville, Spartanburg, Asheville. That is that would be the Clemson market. Okay. That's the closest to
No,
the
they
Clemson
still supporting them.
Well, they watch their football. Yes, of course.
They watch their season go straight down the train.
Number 3 in the nation for college football viewership, Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton?
Yeah. And you know who's number 2? Columbus, Ohio. Now, number 1 is Birmingham, Alabama. But I'm just saying.
Is it like a wide margin?
No, it's very close. But the point is, like, Central Ohio, Ohio in general, 2 of the top 3 markets for viewership in college football are right here in Ohio. Columbus and Dayton, right? So
how dare you take credit for the Flyers, okay, and their success on the gridiron.
I'm just pointing out.
Do they have a football team?
Yeah, I think it's a level below.
Yeah. We sometimes get
look at the Dayton Flyers football team.
We occasionally, as a radio station, will get a complaint of like, you guys talk a lot of Buckeyes, and it's like, you know why?
You know where we at?
Because look at this. Like,
Dayton Flyers 7-4.
Hey, good for them. What division of football do they play? Are they FCS?
That's a great question.
I'm pretty sure they're FCS.
I don't think they're FBS.
Definitely not.
Yeah, right. So that is if you've ever wondered, like, why so much Buckeye talk on the fan?
FCS.
That's right there. Columbus, Ohio. Big on college and college football in general. We love it here, but we know a lot of it is
till you get
Buckeye
on that,
related.
You get on that hardwood, that court. That's a big battle. Dayton, Ohio State.
Oh, I wish we would play it more often. They love their basketball.
They knocked us out the tournament. I ain't never forgive it.
No, but you got to get back and play them again. Got to go.
In the tournament?
No, just every year. There should be Ohio basketball teams playing each other.
Didn't they do an exhibition game for like charity or something?
Yeah,
like
and
that
they need to have, it needs to be a regular season. Every year there needs to be 4 Ohio teams, including Ohio State, Dayton, Xavier. You can make it Cincinnati. Just round it out that way. Just do those 4. Every year they play like one of them plays one of them plays the other. The winner of those 2 games and the loser of those 2 games play a second game, and that's it. Do that over a weekend. Do it around the holidays. You don't have to travel very far. That would be very popular. It's a simple, easy solution that we'll never do because there's too many egos involved, but I love it. I wish they would do it.
But this year, Miami Redhawks.
Yeah.
They're the best team in Ohio basketball-wise.
They are as far as record. I mean, no taking that away from them. They are undefeated. They beat your Kent State, whatever they are.
Golden Flashes.
That's right. They got the court with the big lightning on it I saw yesterday. Yeah, but the overtime winner for Miami, that was cool. Now, on to Ohio State football. They are going to face defending national champion Indiana. What a weird thing to say, but it's true. Hey. They're facing Indiana in the Big Ten title game rematch. That will be on October 17th. We are getting dribs and drabs of the Big Ten football schedule. They have not released that yet. I guess the rest of it's coming out, I believe, next Tuesday is when that all will be released. But yesterday they announced that game will be October 17th. So that should be
early in the season.
And that's in Bloomington. So tough matchup on the road. I don't know if it's early in the season. It's kind of smack in the middle, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
I'm saying if you start the season
in the Big Ten schedule.
Correct. Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. What it does, though, is it at least gives you, your end of the season where you play Michigan and then you hopefully get to the Big Ten championship. It does give you time if that game does not go in Ohio State's favor. And I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying if, we talk about remember how that Notre Dame USC rivalry, one of the hangups on it was USC, I believe, wanted to play that game early in the season so that everyone could have a chance to recover, whoever lost.
Yep.
Well, that's at least with this, you're getting a chance to recover.
They really not playing next year?
It's done.
It's
done.
That can't be right.
It is.
That's
I know.
not right, man.
But that's what, at least with this, you're not playing like Indiana the week before you play Michigan and having that back-to-back. There is a little breathing room there on the schedule for it. You get into your season, you figure out who you are, then you go to Bloomington, and then if that goes your way or not, both those teams will have time to recover from whatever the result is to get still back into the playoffs and all that stuff.
It's stuff like that that's going to ruin the sport. Because
I know.
Like, the one thing that makes college football special is traditions and things like that. And you getting rid of it. We getting so far away from it that people just, you know what, it is what it is. The NFL numbers is better anyway. So,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am fully on board with hopefully seeing I personally think that none of these teams should be afraid to play because you're going to expand this to eventually 16 or even 24, which is a joke. But when you do that, then no one should be afraid to play anybody. You should schedule as many of these high-powered games as you possibly can, right? Like, it makes no sense to me why we're backing out of this
Steve
stuff.
Sarkisian says no to what you just said.
That's stupid. By the way, you can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Ask Tyvis Anything is coming up at 7:30. You can get your questions in there at Bone and Tyvis 971 for that. Here's something interesting I found out about the 2014 playoff proposal. I saw this from Ben Koo, who runs Awful Announcing's website.
Okay.
Good website. They always keep you up to date on a lot of sports stuff and sports announcer crap. But one thing he pointed out about why you're seeing this push in the Big Ten to go to 24 teams, we all know it's about the money.
Yes.
But specifically, one difference is the SEC, as it is, who's their TV partner?
ESPN.
Yeah. ESPN has the exclusive rights to the college football playoff games.
Correct.
So the SEC saying, let's move it to 16. I mean, there will probably be a renegotiation, but ESPN's still going to have a stronghold on the majority of those games.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Ten is pushing to get to 24 in part because Tony Petitti, I think, is stupid and because people are greedy. However, also because they know that if you go to 24, there will be so many games
that you have to put them on Fox.
Well, there's a bigger inventory, there's a better opportunity to redo that deal, and then Fox could be a player, which, of course, who is the Big Ten partnered with? Fox. So that is essentially one of the big things I don't think is being talked about enough, that's the reason they're pushing to get to this number of 24. Spot on point by him, but I love the fact that the TV executives are essentially running this sport now. That's why.
I mean, yeah.
No, but like
that's where all the money's at.
But we're getting to a point where we keep talking about how many things will it take before the sport eventually suffers. I keep saying you will have a new generation of fans who will replace the old generation who says, I don't like this anymore. I don't like the transfer portal. I don't like the money that guys are getting, whatever. I don't like this playoff system. When they go to 24, there will be more people who will pile onto that. There will be a group of people that will come through and say, I like the playoffs. This is all I grew up with. This is what I know. And, whenever they put that in.
Was the most watched game in the regular season Ohio State versus Texas?
It was either that or Michigan.
And
I think it was the
like
Michigan game.
14 million?
Michigan game, I think, got 19 million.
Was it 19 million?
Yeah.
And in a regular NFL regular season game, blew that out the water.
Well, yeah, a regular NFL season, yes. Regular season games routinely have gotten over like 15 million. Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan had 18 million.
Yeah, but like you go look at these playoff games.
Blows my mind.
The NFL playoff games are doing numbers that are like 40 and 50 million.
Well,
like,
I wasn't even going to compare it to that. I was talking regular season meaningless game.
I'm just saying, I know that TV runs the sport. We all know that. But I think you are getting to a point where so many things change. At some point, the risk you run is with that new generation that comes up. They view college football and the NFL as kind of the same or very similar. And if you start getting that happening, college football doesn't stand out as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when college football
they get rid of all the traditions.
Right. Like when you strip away the traditions and just have brands, as much as I love Ohio State, those brands are not going to hold up to what the NFL is. They just aren't. Other than a few of them, like here they will, but across the board, across the nation, no. Like you're not going to see the TV numbers. And so I think chasing TV numbers is a bad thing for college football. That is ultimately not going to help the sport.
The most important question of the offseason that the Buckeyes need to ask themselves, and they need to have an answer. Are we putting Hang On Sloopy back before the start of the fourth quarter? Because this Ohio thing, I think this camp thing ran its course.
Yeah, I think camp needs to be done. Let's get rid of that.